Good afternoon, welcome to We Repair. So today I have a Kindle 4 that I thought I'd have a go at repairing. So as you can probably see, the screen has had it. So we're going to have a go at tearing this down, putting a new screen in. Now I bought this from eBay for all of £10. The seller has already bought the parts but has not repaired it, so I actually have a replacement screen that they've sourced. So hopefully this works. I haven't tried it, I haven't tested it, I haven't had a go at repair. I've never really taken one of these apart before, so I think this is going to be an interesting one to do. So we'll put that off to one side. So I would say my first port of call is to try and get this back off. I'm hoping it's just going to pop out. I don't know if it will. Let me get a pry tool. We'll have a quick go at lifting this back off. I don't know if it is just going to come out. I'm hoping it is, because to me that looks like the obvious way in. I think, if I remember rightly, it's either clipped in at the top or the bottom. He says. I don't even know if this is the way into it. So I think I can see clip there. Let's just try coming in from this end. I can also see a clip there, so I don't know. Maybe I go in from the front. Okay, interesting. No, that's taking the LCD panel with it and the glass. That's definitely not the way in. So let's just see if we can get in from the top. I'm hoping this is just a brute force thing, because I can see in there. There's no obvious screws, so. And at the same time, I don't want to break it. So I'm unclipped now in two places. There you go. I think this is just a brute force thing, as awful as that sounds. So we can get the other side out. To the point where I find that actually there's some really easy way to get into this now. Interesting. I still can't see any screws, so I'm just going to go with this as just brute force. Again, there was no screws, it was just literally clipped in, and I have broken the clips on two of the sides. So, here's our Kindle. Let's open our screw boxes. So, I'm assuming this is probably our battery in the middle here. What type of screws are they? I don't know, they must be like T5s, I guess. Let's just try I've got T6 handy. Not a T6. Let's grab a smaller one and see if it's a smaller one. Have I got a smaller one? Yeah, I've got a T5 here. No, not T5. I think it was actually a T5 after all that. I think I got mixed up. Right, let's just see if this is. Yeah, that's definitely right. Right, battery first. Disconnect that. Let's take this out. I'm not convinced that was the way to get the back off, to be honest with you, but it did the job. Right. Yes, definitely the battery. So, I'm going to assume that this is probably glued in. Glued in? Definitely glued in, right, so we'll go at that afterwards, see if we can heat it up and get it out. So, this looks like a smaller fitting on these ones. Let's see what that does for us. Looks like the right size. Just change our head. Right, let's just disconnect these various buttons on the side of the device. Come on. And then I'm guessing this is the front screen. In fact, yeah, actually looking at the ribbon on my other one, that's definitely the front screen. So let's undo these, see if we can get our board out. Now I'm hoping this is just going to lift out at this point. Interesting. Maybe there's screws under the front. Or maybe it's just... Oh, that feels like it might be actually glued in. Might actually be worth getting a bit of heat on this. I don't want to force that. Yeah, it's definitely glued in. Looking at the old board. I don't really want to be doing this, to be honest with you. Let's get my plastic spudger under there as well. Oh, this doesn't feel nice doing this. This feels very wrong. You can see why the previous owner didn't want to attempt it. Okay. Just going to pull out now. No. Right, okay, so I can't free that at the minute. I'm going to try stripping some more bits out and see if it comes out. So let's do these screws around the edges. That's the wrong size screwdriver bit. Oops. Let's take out these other screws and see what that gives us. This bit's actually slightly too big. So let's find a slightly smaller bit. Right, I grabbed another T5 from my other set. I think I was using a T6, which seems to be definitely the way forward. Now this looks like this latches in the buttons or something, maybe? I don't really know. What does this latch in? I think this might be the buttons. Yeah, that's definitely the buttons. So that's not going to get us very far. So I think I'm going to have to get this screen out, which is going to be a messy job. That definitely looks like that's the way forward. So I'm going to pull this off. So the screen's definitely smashed underneath. Look at that. So that's got heavy adhesive on it. I might need to get a new front piece because that's not going to be removable. Oh no, maybe it is. Ignore that. I just want to be careful because I don't want to leave massive fingerprints across the whole thing. There you go. It's all come apart. So that's the underside of the board there. So I'm wondering if I lift these screws out like this. Now remove this bit of plastic here. Haha, look, that's why we couldn't take our board out. It's a good thing I didn't pull it anymore. So I should now be able to lift this out. Still appears to be fixed in. I'm not sure why. I've got a button there. Oh, there we go. There you go, look. So that's the board out. So I'm going to discard this for just a minute and we'll come back to it. So this is our replacement unit that has everything in it already. I'm hoping that I can just get this back in. So we're going to have to go that way? No, that way. Is that right? Yeah, there you go. So there you go. I think you can see all of this. Get these screws in. And then plastic retaining bracket, which I think goes that way round. Get these screws in. That's our e-ink cover. So I'll just stick this on for now, but I'm probably going to get myself a new one. Because A is the wrong colour and B is the wrong colour. Right, now we'll have this cable here. And this cable. Come on, I don't want to break it. Let's just stick this under here a minute. Oh, we lift all our cables out. And that. The front screen. There we go. Not an ideal way to do it, but it does the job. Right, so we now need to get these 3 screws back in. 1, 2, 3. Connect. And you see what we haven't done is put our buttons back in, so we'll pull that other screen back over in a second and see if we can get our buttons out. This might be a bit of a mix and match Kindle until I can get new parts. Okay, and this one. Okay, that's all connected up. Let's grab our broken one. We'll just see if we can get our buttons out. So I think if we unhook them, we should just be able to drop it out the front maybe. Like that. Same on this side. So there you go. We'll come back to that battery in a minute. Bring our other Kindle back in. So it's not the right side. Come on. Try and line everything up. Right. Okay. And then this side. Which again, I'm hoping I can just sort of push them through and up. There we go. Cool, happy days. Let's get those screws back in. And then we've just got to reclaim our battery. And if I do decide to change the buttons out if I'm using it enough, then I'll put it all grey again. Actually quite a simplistic device. Other than the fact that the front is really heavily glued in place, it's not that difficult to take apart. Just see what this battery looks like now. Right. Cool. So that all seems to function so far. Right. Back to our other one. I have to come up with a strategy of how to get this battery out. I think what I'm going to do is try and get in here maybe, lift it, which isn't ideal. I think, right, I'm going to put this on a heat pad and get it heated up because it's not going to come out nicely. It is, take that off as well, so it's not in my way. Right, I'm going to stick this on a heat pan, heat this up, and see if we can get this battery out. I will come back to you in just a minute. Right, so we're back. This is now very hot, so let's just see if we can get this freed, or if I'm going to have to buy a new battery. Unfortunately, these are never very easy to get out, and you don't want to bend them too much, and you definitely don't want to puncture them. Yes! Cool, and no punctures, which is perfect. Now, the old adhesive on there is absolutely fine, so let's just go down into the arm. Flip this up. Connect our power. Excellent, well that's the battery reconnected, which is good. The only other thing we haven't done is put this battery cover on, so let's get that back on there as well. Hopefully we'll just screw in. Grab our screwdriver. Last screw. Cool, and then let's whack our back on. Should probably test this first, but I'm going to go mad with it and just shove it on and hope for the best. I'm thinking this will pop in. That's what I want to do. I don't want to force it. What are you waiting to clip onto? And when you clip down, everything's lined up. I don't want to push down on the screen, so maybe we are going about this wrong. Maybe I'll do this end first and then... No, the clip bent, or is that me? No, the clip's bent, that's why it won't. There we are. Bend these pins back up and hopefully that'll go into place. Right, take two. Just trying to figure out what doesn't want to go in. Let's try putting the bottom in first. Something at the top here feels like it doesn't want to go on. I think I might have this round the wrong way. That'll be why. Yes, I definitely had it round the wrong way. That'll be in 100% wrong. There we are. All the lols there. Oh, cool. And the battery logo has gone from the front, so I'd say that is a good sign. Let's turn him on. Got a light on the bottom. Excellent. See what happens. Let's just give it a go. We'll have the Oxford English Dictionary. Yeah, perfect. This is does appear to work absolutely fine. It's registered to someone. Cool, well I'm happy that's working anyway. I will go through and set this up and wipe it and do such and see what happens. But yeah, if you liked this video, you found it useful, it gave you a bit of an insight on how to repair a Kindle 4, then please drop us a like, leave us a comment, ask any questions and I'll do my best to answer them. If you can subscribe to the channel, that'd be great, and also press the bell icon so you get future notifications. Anyway, thanks for watching the video and I'll see you in the next one.